Mental health in the travelling community is not really talked about a lot. If you had somebody in your family that is suffering from it, like, you just have to talk to them and tell them to go to the doctor and reassure that family, like, they're not going to be locked up, they're not going to throw away the key. Do you know what I mean? We just want to help you.
I hope that the younger generation will be able to express their feelings more and be able to talk about any mental health issues they have.
I was thinking about building a strut across the top, across there with a thick beam to take my body weight to train myself. And this is New Year's Eve, and I had this crisis line in my pocket, and I thought I'd try it. And I rung, and man was marvellous. He talked me out of it. It was unbelievable. It was like an angel. He talked me out of it, and I never done it.
The eastern sky was full of stars, and one shone brighter than the rest. The wise men came so stern and strict, and brought the orders to evict.
There is help outside of the travelling community. I know we're people who are very family orientated, and we have our family around us and we trust our family, and that's good. I do mine. But see, my family couldn't do nothing about my drink problem. I was driving them all mad. I was a very confused man, and I had to seek help outside the travelling community.
You can't deal with mental health and postnatal depression on your own. You need someone to mentor you, to educate you what postnatal depression is and explain to you, because if you don't know about a subject and you're wary of this subject and you don't understand it, how can you admit that you have it? I would say that going to the doctor or speaking to your midwife and seeing what options there is the best way, because it won't go by itself. If you was experiencing postnatal depression and you felt like you didn't want to talk to a doctor at first, there's so many different methods, like the NHS, for example, put on the internet strategies of coping.
Breathing is extremely important. We often breathe shallowly, or stop breathing when we're anxious or nervous, and so it's very important to breathe. And it doesn't have to be huge gasping breaths, just gently breathing into the stomach. There's been some studies done that say that being in the outdoors whilst exercising, or just getting out in the outdoors, is really, really useful and helpful for us. It can help the mind, body and spirit, if you like.
We need other people, whether it's friends, family, it's work, it's voluntary work. Reaching out there and just being with other people and connecting, that's all really good for us.
I think I'd want to see that travellers feel happy to access all services. The services are out there, they just need to feel relaxed and comfortable enough to access all of those services. And they need to understand how to continue with their care, that it's important that they listen to what the doctor says. So often, lots of people just stop taking their medication and don't go back. But there's right drugs for everybody, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get that right. So it's really important that if the drugs that you've been given aren't working, that somebody goes back and says that, rather than just stops taking them.
Mind's always had a policy of making sure that our services are open and available to everyone, and we welcome travellers accessing our services right the way across the country. Those services that are provided are confidential to people, so if you want to talk to somebody confidentially about what's happening to you, then you can do that either by going to one of our local Minds or by picking up the phone and talking to our information line. That's sometimes the first easy step. It's sometimes easier to talk to somebody you don't know. Mind has an enormous amount of information that's available for people online and in print. It includes virtually everything you want to know about mental health around all issues, everything including mild to moderate mental health problems, how to cope if you're feeling suicidal, how to seek help and get help.
There's lots of support out there for people that have mental health issues. There's mental health first aid, Rethink, Together, The Samaritans, and numerous local organisations that work with gypsies and travellers.
Move along, get along, move along, get along, go, move, shift. Born at the back of a hawthorn hedge, where the black hoarfrost lay on the ground. No eastern kings came bearing gifts, instead the order came to shift. You'd better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go, move, shift. The eastern sky was full of stars, and one shone bright the ground. No eastern kings came bearing gifts, instead the order came to shift. You'd better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go, move, shift. The eastern sky was full of stars and